Hello everybody, my name is Jad. Welcome to another MLB 9 Innings 24 video. In today's video, we've got the hottest of hot stoves today. Man, if you guys are not having fun with the trade deadline right now, you guys are missing it, man. The stove is on fire right now. And, oh, that's right, we got a game to play too. We've got some stuff to go through today. Prime pack. Unfortunately, no SIG pack because I think I'm on timeout right now from changing clubs after the PRT. We reshuffled some people around. So anyway, with that being said, let's get into today's video. Boys, I don't know if anybody saw this, but we literally just had the Dodgers just make a huge trade, trading for Michael Kopech as well as for also I think it was Tommy Edman. Yeah, I think it was Tommy Edman from the Cardinals. The Cardinals got Tommy Pham, and the White Sox got a bunch of prospects too. So I think the White Sox. Whew, originally it was reported that one of the Dodgers' top prospects was in the trade, and then it came out later that he was in the trade, and I was like, that's kind of like the way that it is. I was kind of like, oh wow, that's an okay trade for the White Sox, and then it came out that Noah Miller was not in the trade, and I'm just like, oh, that's not so much of a good trade anymore. They're really just selling the future, but sometimes you don't get the best trade. That's just who was who's doing the bidding, and that's what they decided they wanted to trade for. So the Yankees got Jazz Chisholm, which I'm pretty excited about, except for the fact that the dude's never healthy. So I mean, he's basically like Giancarlo Stanton 2.0 with none of the power. So we'll see what happens. He's a speed guy. We'll see how he does. That's something with this team, I think, in my opinion, desperately is lacking is running game, exciting baseball. See if he can make a leadoff hitter. Who knows? I have no idea. But anyway, got a very good game going on tonight. For anybody who's watching this video later in the future, tonight is supposed to be like Luis Heel versus Zach Wheeler. So it's supposed to be a pretty good game tonight. Let's see if we can actually compete with the Phillies. I don't know. They've been playing some pretty rough baseball recently, but we seem to always be the get-right game. So anyway, let's get into the video. Let's go daily pack. There was some news about the Yankees potentially trading Nestor Cortez, which I thought was very peculiar. I mean, I guess it's the fact that so many people want starting pitching help right now, and the fact that the Yankees have 6 starting pitchers right now. But I really like Nestor. I really hope they don't trade him. You never know. Someone can go down between now and September. I don't think that they really would be getting anything major league ready back for him. I think that it'd be prospect, not major league talent. So I think that unless they get somebody that they can actually use in the lineup right now, I really don't think they're going to trade Nestor. But who knows? Crazy things have happened. Like we saw Jonah Montgomery get traded for Harrison Bader. But that's, I think, on the same wavelength of what they're looking for here. Then they're looking for a major league talent sort of thing, like a trade a strength from your strength to fill a need. I feel like it's going to be a quick video today. I took a couple days off in the middle of all my farming. After the update, I just decided I didn't want to update my game. I just got lazy and I just sat around for a bunch of days on my farming PC. So I just said, you know what? I don't really want to deal with it. So unfortunately, not the most number of rewards today, but the good news is we do have a green ticket that we can use on Paxton, as well as we also have a couple PSCTs to be using on Severino to see if we can chase ourselves one of those legendary ace 333 skill sets on him that we've been looking for recently. My team yesterday finished about 540, and I wanted to make a comment about the fact that my team is finishing in the 500s, because I think that I have a pretty solid team, which is the fact that if you have a team that's anywhere between the 200 to 700 power ranking right now, there is so much parity between that power ranking gap that is unbelievable. If you're anywhere between 200 and 700, you're basically playing even strength teams the entire way down. It's only when you really get into that sub 200 range where you really kind of get into the teams where you can kind of start to really contend for master ranks that you're really going to find teams that are really a step above. And those are your really good tournament teams, essentially. Your O20s, your tacos, which, by the way, just merged, I just heard. See how that turns out. Your O20s, your tacos, your top moonshots, your Paragon OGs, your everybody, those prime time, you've got those Prime OGs, Illuminati. You've got those are the people that are your power ranking teams are in the top 200 right there. So you're going to find some very, very difficult competition there, so it's going to be very difficult for you to actually move up past that, unless you have a really, really solid team with finished diamond trainers at this point, which, I mean, who does at this point, unless you're Taiwan Astros, basically, at this point, who has won his second power ranking tournament in a row, by the way. I believe it's already decided. Right now, we're basically just waiting for the timer to run out the clock at this point, but the battles are already done, and I believe he's already won, as far as I was told. I have no idea how to read these stupid things, so I have no idea. Not taking an Oakland Live player unless I'm shooting for Brent Rooker right now. That's not great. Take a sip of my drink real quick. Trent Grisham, the hero of the other night. Heck yeah, dude. Trent Grisham hit a game-tying double the other night, and then we took it into extras and actually won a game in extras. Which, by the way, if anybody hears me complain about the Yankees having no ability to win in extras, I think that they're 2-14. Going into that game, they were 2-14 in their last 16 extra innings games going back to last year, which is atrocious. They can't do situational baseball. It's honestly hilarious that they're so bad at it. But the good news is now they're 3-14. So huge improvement if you ask me. But anyway, the last video we talked about the designation of Paxton, and he went to the Red Sox. He was with the Red Sox previously, so hopefully we won't have to face him now. Because I know he's a pretty good lefty, and I know we would struggle against a lefty. But again, I think that was one of the teams I listed in my diatribe about how so many teams are going to be available and want Paxton. And, he's a good commodity. As long as he can stay healthy, I think that he'll be a very solid contributor to that lineup. We saw, like I said, the Dodgers trade. We saw the Mets designate a pitcher. We saw the Mets make a trade for Jesse Winker. We saw the Royals traded for... who was it? Hold on, let me pull up my Discord here real quickly. I'm sorry. Mariners got Justin Turner from the Blue Jays right now. That's amazing. The Cardinals got Eric Fetty and Tommy Pham. Dodgers got Tommy Edman and Michael Kopech. The White Sox got 3 prospects. No Noah Miller. Let me keep doing this. Let me keep trying to play this game while I search for this breaking news. Michael Lorenzen's gone to the Royals. My volume is still on, and in fact, I still am on. Hold on, let me turn on my Do Not Disturb real quickly here before I start getting flooded with notifications, because I completely forgot to do that before I began the video. The Blue Jays traded Danny Jansen the other night. Now, I wanted to talk about this because I saw this on Twitter and I couldn't believe this information. Have you guys ever heard of some player named Eric Money, who is an NBA player? Eric Money was an NBA player who was playing for the Nets and was traded to the 76ers, and he ended up being the only player in NBA history to score points for 2 different teams in the same game, due to the fact that the game was a continuation game after being traded. So I say that there's actually been 3 people in the NBA who play for 2 different teams in the same game. However, it's never happened in the MLB. It's happened in the MILB, but it's never happened in the MLB where one player has played for 2 teams in the same game. And we now have an opportunity to see this happen. Danny Jansen was at bat when he was playing on the Blue Jays, playing against the Red Sox, and the game was suspended. The game was suspended. There was an 0-1 count, and Danny Jansen was at the plate for the Blue Jays, and he was just traded to the Red Sox this week. So they're going to finish this game on August 26th. So they are going to be potentially having a situation where he will be playing for both teams in the same game. Now, I would like to argue that it's more than likely that he'll definitely be their starting catcher for that game, due to the fact that they also DFA'd their parking lot, let's say parking lot lizard, Reese McGuire, who, if you haven't seen that breakdown, I would advise you to go look up Reese McGuire and Cal Quantrill and go look at the John Boy video, which, if you haven't seen it, then I don't know what you're doing, because that was probably one of the most viral moments since the All-Star game. So they designated Reese McGuire, so now they basically need their Dan Jansen to be their starting catcher at this point, basically. So I think it's more than likely that he will be their starting catcher in that game. Now, I know what you're thinking. If Danny Jansen was their batter, what happens to him? Well, they're basically just going to go with a pinch hitter. And I don't know if the pinch hitter gets a new count. I think he gets the same count that Dan Jansen was in. But we'll see what happens with that. So just be on the lookout for the Eric Money situation, which is potentially happening in the MLB pretty soon, which I don't know why I remember it like that, but that's just the way it is. Whenever I think about a player playing for 2 different teams in the same game, I think of that one situation where Eric Money was traded in the middle of a suspended game. Although, just to go off the deep end here, the reason why it was suspended was not because it was a basketball game. It was because they had a rules violation. If you're curious, there was a referee that went rogue and issued a 3rd technical foul, and therefore the free throws mattered at the end of the game, and they got a redo starting from the point where the 3rd technical foul happened. If you don't know basketball, you can't get 3 technicals. It's just not a thing. Because you give the technical and you award free throws, so therefore you can't it gave them more points, so therefore they won by 2 points after a third technical foul. So therefore, the commissioner was like, that's not right. And so they fixed it later, and he played for the other team. Truthfully, an incredible situation. There was a whole weird rules video on the. If you're interested, I would suggest you go watch that video. It's hilarious. I mean, it's just truthfully one of the most chaotic things I've ever seen in my life. And we are now going to see this happen in real time in front of us, potentially. It's going to be a lot of fun, in my opinion. Let's see who I got for my prime pack. Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman's a guy who I've heard rumors about him being moved at this point. I don't know necessarily if he will be moved. Obviously, there's a lot of rumors about Blake Snell being moved. There's a lot of rumors about still, obviously, Taras Skubal. As it is right now, Jack Flaherty was scratched from his start tonight, so he is definitely going to be on the move. We just don't know who. I heard that there was going to be a final thing here soon, but it's just not been announced yet. Like, I'm sure the trade is probably either done or like on the finish line here. We just don't have the specifics of it yet. So let's go open up our. Yes, we got a PSET from it. Thank you. Oh my god. When we get PSETs from it, it's like the best thing ever because it actually means we can do something fun with our account. We have a chance to move up. Not like that though. 2, 2, and 3. I'm trying to think about would I take a 2-3-3 set? I don't know. Maybe. It depends if it's like a good skill, maybe. I don't really know. Maybe it's maybe not for maybe not for Fireballer, but maybe for only slow starter, or maybe for Control Master, maybe. I hear Ground Baller is really good, and I think it would be really good on him due to the fact that he's got a high fastball. He's got a 5 fastball rating, and I believe Ground Baller works as a percentage on your fastball base reading. So I would like to believe that Severino would be pretty good for Fireball. Now, I could be wrong with that. If I'm wrong with that, do feel free to yell at me and let me know, but that, I believe, is the way that Ground Baller works, is that it works off your fastball basic stat. So, he's got a good one. Oh, I'm surprised his fastball is so low, because if I remember from that season, he had a very, very good fastball. His breaking ball, his slider was also very good. I mean, the guy had a 2.98 ERA in his rookie season, essentially. So, obviously, he was pretty good with both things. But I remember he got so many strikeouts on that fastball. He was very adept at throwing it up in the zone and really getting a lot of swings and misses, especially playing off the fastball and the changeup. So let's go run over to Paxton here. Where am I going? Somebody send me help. See if I can get that Finn or that Dom. Late closer. So also, if you guys remember from last video, we talked about this in the last video. I talked about that we would be giving you an update on the skills event. And it works absolutely nothing like I had originally intended or thought it did. So, to give you guys clarification, there was a post made on Reddit quite literally hours after my video came out. So let me go pull this up real quickly. Where am I going here? We got to go do trainers. So I got to maybe clear a little bit of space here. Let me just find this. I put it in Discord. Unfortunately, I put it in a very popular channel in our Discord. Not our Discord, I mean our club Discord, back when we were trying to crowdsource information based on how this event worked so we could try to figure out how to make it as good as possible, but unfortunately, it's just not meant to be. So I gotta search some Discord channels here. I completely didn't even think about pulling this up beforehand, but you and I both know that I'm big stupid. Okay, so the post on Reddit that I'm quoting here states, quote, I fully completed this event on my alt. You receive all 3 skills on the card you choose. You do not get to choose one skill to replace. The full set replaces one of the sets you already have on the card. So, for anybody who doesn't understand, you're essentially... The way I thought that the event worked was you were picking one of the 3 skills, and you were applying one of those 3 skills to one of the 3 skills in your backup slot. I thought that's the way the event was working. In reality, you're taking whatever the 3 skill set is, and you're overwriting the other skill set. So, I don't know. I think that this is only really going to be that good if you get the PSET to roll into a legend skill. I'll still do the event, but it's not looking good, guys. Overall, if you're a person like I am, who's basically full on legend sets at this point, it's not really a great event, unfortunately. It's really a shame, but that's okay. You can't design all of the content to focus on these super high level people. You have to make some good mid level content too. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That was not a bad one. Mm-hmm. +7 velo is certainly tempting. Ugh, I need like 1 or 2 more spaces. It's so funny. So it's unfortunate development, but it is what it is. You know, unfortunately, it's not what we thought. It's not what I thought. I feel kind of dumb for thinking it, but oh well. It's a pretty good one for a catcher, I'm not going to lie. Maybe I got to see what Gary has. Not a bad one. Still like a high stamina one I can get rid of. That one's atrocious. Okay, let's get rid of those. I know somebody, like a couple videos ago, said that I should get rid of all my silvers. I'm still working on it. Look, I have an emotional attachment to them. I'm the person that basically hoards things. Like, if you look at my bank when I play RuneScape, my bank is full of things I don't need anymore. Mainly because I like to just look at my collections, and also because there's things I just can't replace in there as well, like old stuff too. I don't want to get rid of things, man. I just like to keep my collections. Let me be happy. Just let me be happy, man. All right. That one might help. Cornerwork Master is pretty good, especially as a gold. Relief Pitcher Cornerwork Master decreases line drive by 2%. Decreases. Oh, that's not a bad one. I believe Cornerwork Master would be pretty good for a finesse pitcher. Let me double check my little chart majig here. Let me just pull this up in the charts category in our super secret Discord thing. Let's see here. Cornerwork Master. What does that work well with? Oh, no, wait, no. I'm trying to read here. Cornerwork Master. You know, it would be nice if I wasn't reading the batter one. I'm big smart. I guess it's average. Finesse or Dom. It works for both of them. They're okay. So, yeah. Oh well. Maybe it'll be good for anybody bullpen day. Let's see. What do my relief pitchers have right now? I believe these guys both have diamond trainers. So let me just double check, because I think Chad has like a Dr. K, and I think so does Britton, I want to say. Rising fastball specialist. He's been struggling in club mightily. Dr. K, because he's a Dom pitcher. Rising fastball specialist. I'm sorry, what did I just see there? Hold up. Wait a minute. You have a position option change ticket? I don't have one of those. I don't think I'll ever get one of those. That must have been in the update notes that I didn't read, because I can't read. Let me double check these update notes real quickly. You'd think I'd read things, but I've been so busy working recently. I quite literally doubled the hours at my job, so I haven't really been able to read the update notes that much recently. Ooh, let me see. Didn't actually see anything. No update notes here. Okay, well, maybe they got posted somewhere else. Well, with that being said, you guys, I think that's going to be everything for me today, you guys. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't really have a lot to do this video, just due to the fact that I took a couple days off. Took a little vacation for myself. And unfortunately, the Blues didn't really land for me, so. And the trainers never land either. So, you know, that's par for the course. But anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for coming to hang out with me for this little tiny video with me today. Good luck with your packs, your pulls, or combos. Hopefully you guys did better than me in the pick 'em for the PRT event. I should have just picked Taiwan Astros the entire way, but I second-guessed myself. So here I am, just taking my medicine, unfortunately. But that being said, good luck with your packs, your pulls, or combos. See you guys in the next video. Be safe out there, and peace.